Yes, once again, it's my pleasure to meet you and to discuss the ongoing lingering ASUU strike. As we all know, the federal government and ASUU met last week through their committees and they agreed on certain terms. But now there's another problem coming up. The federal government is now saying that although it has accepted to pay certain monies to the universities, but as we all know, the fees being paid by students doesn't go to federal government 100%. Certain percentage of that money goes to the federal government, and then certain percentage of that money is used to fund the universities, like probably stationaries like your laptop, the paper used, the pen, the marker, and every other things that is being used by lecturers to teach students. Now the federal government is now saying part of that money should also be used to settle the lecturers. And as you all know, the universities want to say there's no money. So that is where we are now. That is the problem that is the university is having now with federal government. It's a very big problem because I know that the university will not want to release money. They always want to say the money is being used by various departments to run the department, and that's a big problem. Also, some time ago, some people called me and said somebody, like a pastor, said a strike will be called off on the 17th of June 2022, which is today. And the pastor is not actually prophesying that the strike will be called off. He is just saying, based on findings and every other thing, possibly the strike will be called off today, being 17th of June 2022. But with the way things are going, there's no possibility of that strike to be called off because the federal government is now going back to their vomit to say the university should bring money. And that again has really caused a hold up in the ongoing negotiation and agreement of the ASUU strike. And also, there is rising tensions that some universities are threatening to pull out of the strike. And the academic staff Union University, the ASUU, have also warned that any university that pulls out of the strike will also not be part of the benefits when these monies are being released for probably the third fund and infrastructural development by the federal government. It's also creating another tension. Pause. As it stands now, there's another news again that the ASUU has gone back again to tender their UTAS, their own payment platform they developed, back to federal government to consider. And again, the non-teaching staff have also developed their own payment platform. Now, the problem now is the university cannot have two payment platforms. That's the one for the ASUU and also the one for the non-teaching staff. It will be a very big problem because the non-teaching staff are saying if the federal government wants to accept the UTAS from the lecturers, they should also accept their own payment platform. And then the federal government is now saying, no, we cannot have two payment platforms for one institution, that's tertiary institution, the university. It's bringing another problem again. So it's now taking the federal government, the ASUU, and the NASU to another round of negotiation. This is giving us big problem. Now, as a result of this new development, the federal government is now holding on that to keep back monies that normally would have been released to universities because they have not agreed on the way these monies will be released. Finally now, the ASUU, the non-academic staff union, and the federal government will have to do away with the payment platform of the non-teaching staff, the UTAS, and then focus on IPPIs. I think that will be the final solution because even the Minister for Labour and Productivity, Dr. Chris Ndike, is saying the federal government is ready to release money, but they have to agree on what payment platform so that these monies can be released and then the strike will be called off. And we are still hoping again. There have always been agreement, meetings upon meetings, meeting upon meetings. Even as we speak now, there's a scheduled meeting for tomorrow, and we believe that, as event fold up, more information will be coming out and more agreement will be reached till they finally get to the very last part of the concluding part of the agreement. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for other news. Thank you.